let's welcome your host, Henry Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks very much indeed. Welcome again to Going for Gold, the European television quiz programme. Now, if you've been following us up to now, and if not, why haven't you been? You're missing out on a great quiz programme with a lot of lovely people from 14 different countries all over Europe for the next 23, 24 weeks or so. Look at this leaderboard. See what's happened. Already through to the semi-final of those countries. So England has the distinction of having to be the first country to have 2 people into the semi-finals. Then Scotland, Sweden, Austria, Denmark, Northern Ireland, and you remember, if you were watching last week, Helen Keatley there from Wales. Well, you've seen today's contestants. They could be the eventual winner, or any one of those people already in the semi-finals could. They'll win this prize.
The series winner will fly to Seoul in Korea and spend 2 weeks discovering this fascinating country, enjoying the delights, sights and atmosphere of Southeast Asia's unique culture. An experience to remember. And you'll be there as athletes from all over the world strive to win gold. Accommodation, all meals and tickets to final events and the fabulous closing ceremony are included. A great prize for the series winner of Going for Gold.
Yes. It's a great prize. You see, I got so excited about the prize that I said that Helen Keatley won last week. Of course she didn't. It was Daphne Hudson from England. In a way, I was just testing you. You have to be very careful and listen carefully in this programme. Anyway, there's today's 7 contestants. Northern Ireland, Sweden, Scotland, Finland, England, the Netherlands and Switzerland. 7 we begin with, as always. Only 4 will go through to the first round proper today. Hands on the buzzers, contestants. Yes, they do it. Here we go. Are you all ready? Yes, good. Who am I? I'm an actor born in London in 1928. I gained popularity as the star of such television series as Ivanhoe, The Persuaders, the Netherlands.
Roger Moore.
Roger Moore is correct, Francisca. Very well done. And that puts this week's representative from the Netherlands into the first round proper. I'll have something to tell you about that lady in that next round. Just you wait and listen. Hands on the buzzers again, contestants. I need 3 more of you to go through to that round. Who am I? I'm a publisher and entrepreneur, born in Chicago in 1926. My strict parents insisted on no drinking, smoking, swearing, or Sunday movies, and sex was unmentionable. In 1953, with only a few $1,000s, I launched the first issue. Switzerland.
Hugh Hefner.
Hugh Hefner is correct, Switzerland, yeah. I was just about to say, launch the first issue of the new men's magazine, featuring the famous calendar photograph of Marilyn Monroe. That was in, of course, the first issue of Playboy. Right, 2 more to go from the 5 of you who remain. What am I? I'm a means of transport which is propelled by its rider. First made in the 19th century, my types include penny farthing, England.
A bicycle.
A bicycle is correct, England. So, for today, but just for today, 1 more from Northern Ireland, Sweden, Scotland or Finland. Who am I? I was born in 1946. I'm a Romanian tennis player, well known for my... Sweden.
Ilia Nastase.
Ilia Nastase is the correct answer, Sweden, which means that you're into that first round proper. And that means that for today, and only for today, we say goodbye to Northern Ireland, Scotland and to Finland, but of course we'll see them tomorrow. Now you're going to see the Netherlands, Switzerland, England and Sweden. I'm going to join them for the first round proper on today's Going for Gold. Come with us. Right, and there are today's 4 contestants into the first round proper after the elimination round. Let's say hello to them properly. First of all, representing Sweden, Per Arne Håkansson. Is that right, PA?
That's close enough.
It's close enough. And why PA?
Because it's so hard to say in English.
To say Per Arne?
Yeah.
Per Arne is easy to say.
Well, it's not supposed to be pronounced exactly the way you're saying it now, so let's make it PA, right?
That's the question. OK, PA, I will stick with PA. Hope you have a very good time in today's programme. It's nice to have you with us. Representing England, Peter Beaumont. What part of England are you from, Pete?
Well, I live in Barnet now, but I'm originally from Hull in Yorkshire.
Right. Any outside interests when you're not busy working?
Football mainly.
Really? Who do you support?
Arsenal, hence the tie.
You have the Arsenal tie on. Well, they've been doing very well indeed over the last few years, and they've got a good manager there, and they've obviously got a good lot of supporters. I'm sure there's some of them watching you today.
Yeah, hope so.
I hope so. OK, hope you do very well, Pete. The best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Representing Switzerland, I understand that Felix Wellenmann, is that right, Felix?
Yes, very close to it.
We're getting very close to the pronunciations. I can manage some of them if they're not too difficult.
Very
Felix,
good.
what part of Switzerland are you from?
Zurich, which is the commercial city of Switzerland.
Right, right. Nice place, is it? I haven't been
Oh,
there.
lovely, lovely. You missed something.
Really?
Welcome. Welcome.
Ah, well, good. Well, you never know your luck. You might get to go to Korea and I'll just get to go to Switzerland. Anyway, Felix, the best of luck in today's show. Hope you do very well. And now, here is a first for Going for Gold, because representing the Netherlands, we have Francisca Meer den Baas.
Yes.
Now, Francisca's husband, Jacob, was on our very first show, I think, Francisca.
Yes, he was.
Did he enjoy himself?
Very much.
And has he had any response at home to it from viewers? Because, of course, we
Yes,
go out...
a little bit, yes.
Really? Do you get any fan letters?
Yes, too.
2?
Yes.
From ladies?
Of course.
Of course. Well, you should be very proud of him, Francisca. You've been watching the programme in the Netherlands?
Yes.
Good. Well, we'll say hello to everybody in the Netherlands. Hope you are indeed watching us, and hope you, Francisca, and indeed all our contestants have a lot of fun and enjoy themselves and do well in today's Going for Gold. You're all very welcome. Right, well, if you're watching, and you at home, I know by now know the rules, this is the section of the programme which is in categories. The questions are worth 1, 2 or 3 points, depending on how you select. We'll begin with a general knowledge question for 1 point. I'm looking for 3 winners. The first 3 of you to get up to 6 goes into the next round. Hands on the buzzers, general knowledge for 1 point. Which food has the varieties Parmesan and Gruyere? Peter.
Cheese.
Cheese is the correct answer for 1 point. Right, Pete, your category is capital cities. Select.
2, please, Henry.
2-point question on capital cities. Lima is the capital of what? Pete.
Peru.
Peru is the correct answer. Well done. Takes you to 3, and the category is religions. Select. Have to think about the religious questions, Pete.
I'll have a 1, please.
Just a 1-point question. In the Christian religion, the 3 divine persons of the Trinity, Pete.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit?
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, or Holy Spirit will do. Yes, I was only going to ask you for 1 of them. That takes you up to 4. You haven't given anybody a chance to score yet. The category is books, Pete. Select.
I'll have a 2, please.
A 2-point question for a win for you. You'll be the first winner today into the next round. Who wrote the epic novel War and Peace? Pete.
Leo Tolstoy.
He did. You've got 6. You're in the next round. Well done. Well done. Well, he didn't give anybody else a chance, so we've got to go back to hands on the buzzers. General knowledge for 1 point, hands on the buzzers. With which northern European country do we associate the steam bath known as the sauna? Felix.
Finland.
Finland is the correct answer. Takes you to 1 point. The category is continents. Select, Felix.
2.
2-point question on continents. On which continent is the Republic of Togo? PA.
Africa.
Africa is the correct answer. Takes you to 2. The category is mythology, PA. Select.
I beg your pardon.
Mythology.
2, please.
As in Greek mythology. Right, 2. In Greek mythology, a creature half bird and half woman who lured sailors, Francisca,
Amazon.
is not the correct answer. Wait for the rest of the question if you like, or buzz in if you think you know the answer. Half woman who lured sailors to destruction. PA.
A siren.
Siren is the correct answer. Well answered, sir. Takes you to 4. You've a head of steam on here, PA. Felix and Francisca have a lot of catching up to do. The category is transport. Select.
2, please.
2 for a win. On what type of vehicle would you find a helmsman? PA.
On a boat.
On a boat or a ship. You've got the 6. You're in the next round. Good man. So, Felix on 1 point. Francisca yet to score on no score. The general knowledge question for 1 point. What fluid contains red cells, plasma and platelets? Francisca.
Blood.
Blood is correct. Gets you off the mark at 1 point. Now it's neck and neck. And the category is monuments. Select.
2 points.
2 points on monuments. What's the name of the monument that stands in London's Kensington Gardens? Felix.
Kensington, Royal Albert Memorial.
The
Albert Memorial.
The Albert Memorial is indeed the correct answer. Sorry, Felix, we have to be absolutely certain that you know what you're saying to us and that it's right too. Let's just have a check on the scores. Francisca's got 1, but Felix is on 3. The next category is weather. Felix, select.
1.
A 1-point question on the weather. What word beginning with M describes the study of weather? Felix.
Meteorology.
Meteorology is correct, sir. Takes you to 4. The next category, Felix, is in which country? In which country? So select, Felix.
2.
2-point question for a win for you. Of which Mediterranean country is the peninsula of Attica a part? Felix.
Greece.
Greece is right. Takes you to 6 and you're in today's next round. All right, the hardest of luck, Francisca. The lads really got away from you there and you couldn't catch up on them. But it's going for gold and you know that that means we'll see you tomorrow. Here we go with 4 in a row, which is the individual category. It's just the contestants against the clock. Now, Pete, you got into this round first. There are the categories for you. Film, Law and Order, Japan and Biology. Pete, which category would you like?
I think I'll go for biology, please.
Biology. Pete, representing England, will you join me here, please, for your solo round on biology? And as you know, it's 4 in a row. Your aim is to score 4 in a row. You will score 1 point for each correct answer that you give me. A wrong answer takes you all the way back down to 0. We'll put 40 seconds on the clock for you now. You'll have the full 40 seconds to answer 4 in a row correctly, or we'll credit you with your highest score. Calm, confident about it, Pete? No. In fact, you've gone speechless suddenly, Peter. I'm going to need to hear the answers.
Right, okay.
Pete, on biology, your time starts now. Which is the largest female bee in a hive?
Queen.
Correct. Which major branch of biology begins with Z and deals with
Zoology.
animals? Correct. Which collective noun describes all marine and freshwater organisms which cannot swim against the current?
Schools.
No. Plankton. The name for which order of mammals derives from a word meaning a pouch?
Marsupials.
Correct. Which eminent microbiologist helped save the beer, wine and silk industries in 19th century France?
No idea.
Pasteur. Which is the gastric enzyme that begins with P and digests proteins?
Pass.
Pepsin. Which substance was first identified by Alexander Fleming as preventing the
Penicillin.
growth? Correct. What's the household name for the sweet, ripened ovaries of plants and trees?
Sorry?
What is the household name for the sweet, ripened ovaries of plants and trees? Fruit is correct. Oh, Pete, hard luck. You didn't make 4 in a row, but you did, in fact, score 2. Peter, thank you very much. PA, from film, Law and Order and Japan, will you please pick a category?
I'll have film, please.
You'll have film. PA, will you join me here, please, for your solo round? Your aim, as you know, is to score 4 in a row, or take your highest score. We'll put that 40 seconds on the clock for you now. You'll have the full 40 seconds to answer correctly, 4 in a row, or be credited with your highest score. On film, PA. Confident?
So-so.
Regular cinema goer, are you?
Before, when I didn't have any children, I was.
Ah, I see, right. OK, PA. On film, your time starts now. In which famous film role did Christopher Reeve become a star?
Superman.
Correct. Who was the male star of Top Gun?
Pass.
It was Tom Cruise. Which tough district of New York was the setting for the Paul Newman film Fort Apache?
Bronx.
Correct. Who won an Oscar for his portrayal of Jack LaMotta in Raging Bull?
De Niro.
Correct, he did. To whom is Anne Bancroft married?
Richard Burton.
No, Mel Brooks. Which sport has had the most films made about it?
Boxing.
Correct. Which country provided the setting for the John Wayne film The Quiet Man?
USA.
No, Ireland. In which classic film of 1951 did Katharine Hepburn exhort Humphrey Bogart to attack the German Navy with his boat?
Pass.
The African Queen. Which film studio made Gone with the Wind and The Wizard of Oz? Oh, you didn't have time to answer, PA. I wonder if you did know that it was MGM. PA, you didn't make it to 4. You, like Pete, scored 2. Well played, sir. Well, Felix is out already. Look. Look, suddenly, by the magic of television, you've moved. Felix, don't worry. Stay here and tell me whether you'd like to pick Law and Order or Japan.
I settle for Japan.
You'll settle for Japan. All right, we're going to put 40 seconds on the clock for you now. And let me tell you that obviously, Felix, your aim is to score 4 in a row. If you do, you're in the final. If you score 3, you're in the final. If you score 2, you're in a triple tiebreaker with Pete and PA. So on Japan, Felix, are you ready?
Yep.
Your time starts now. An obi is a wide sash used to secure which traditional Japanese garment?
Silk.
No, the kimono. The flag of Japan is a red circle against a background of which colour?
White.
Correct. Which port city beginning with Y is situated in Tokyo Bay?
Yokohama.
Correct. Name the director of the Japanese classic film Seven Samurai.
Pass.
Kurosawa. What's the name for the professional class of women in Japan who by ancient tradition entertain men?
Geisha.
Correct. What is the name of Japan's highest mountain and one of her largest
Fujiyama.
banks? Fuji is correct. Kawabata Yasunori won a Nobel Prize for what in 1968?
Pass.
Literature. Which former Japanese prime minister was indicted in 1976?
Nakasone.
No, Tanaka.
Tanaka, yeah.
What word is used for the Japanese pilots? Oh, Felix, hard luck. You didn't score 4 in a row. You're another one on 2, Felix. Which means, of course, it sometimes happens on Going for Gold. It's unusual, but it can happen. We have got a triple tie with Pete, PA and Felix all on 2 points each. We're going to clear the scores. I'm going to ask questions. Now it's back to hands and the buzzers. 1 point for each correct answer, guys. The first 2 of you to 2 points. You're in the final today. Hands on the buzzers. What's my name? I'm one of the world's poorest countries. I'm a republic of over 100 million. Most of my... Pete.
Mexico.
Is not the correct answer. You're out of the rest of the question, PA and Felix. It's for you. Most of my people are known as Bengalis in my capital. PA.
Pakistan.
Is not the correct answer. Felix, you have it to yourself.
India.
It's not the correct answer.
Bengal.
You've given me a wrong answer. I would have read the rest of the question for you, and you might have got it because Bangladesh was on the tip of your tongue. Right. Hands on the buzzers again. What is my name? I'm a white metallic element which has been used since ancient times. Pete.
Zinc.
Is not the correct answer. PA and Felix, you have the question. I'm widely used as a coating for steel. Felix.
Tin.
Tin is the correct answer. Well played, sir. 1 point to Felix. Hands on the buzzers again. Who am I? I was born in France in 1862 and died in 1918. I am a composer. Among my works are Clair de Lune, Prelude to the Afternoon. PA.
Debussy.
Debussy is the correct answer. You're on 1 point too. So Felix and PA on a point each. What is my name? I am an island. The Strait of Malacca separates me from Malay. I am Indonesia's second largest island. PA.
Philippines.
Is not the correct answer. Felix and Pete, you have the question. My wildlife includes tigers, elephants and orangutans. Pete.
No, it's gone.
Pete, it's gone.
Sumatra.
Sumatra, Felix, is the correct answer. Sumatra is the correct answer. That gives you the second point. Don't move yet, Felix, but that means that no matter what happens for the next questions, you're in today's finals. So, if we look at the scores, Pete, you haven't scored yet. PA, you're on 1. What is my name? I was found by a peasant in 1820, after I'd remained hidden for hundreds of years in an underground cave near the ruins of an ancient theatre. During these centuries, I'd suffered considerable damage. My home is the Louvre in Paris. Pete.
Is it the Venus de Milo?
It is the Venus de Milo, and that gives you a point. OK, Pete. Well done. So whichever one of you gives me a correct answer now is in that final with Felix. What am I? I'm a European city and my country's largest, and I am located on the islands of Zealand. I was occupied by the Germans from 1940 to 1945. Tourists enjoy seeing my Tivoli Gardens and a statue. PA.
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen is the correct answer. 2 for you. You're in that final with Felix. Very sporting gesture, as always on Going for Gold. It means that just for today, representing England, we have to say goodbye to Pete Beaumont, but we'll see you tomorrow, Pete. And it means I'm able to ask PA and Felix to come and join me for today's final on Going for Gold. Gentlemen, please. Right, here it is. Today's final is between Switzerland and Sweden, between Felix and PA. Felix, you get into the round first. The first decision is going to be yours. You can either pass or play. The subject, places. There's a clue for you watching at home. On places, Felix, play or pass?
I play.
You will play. On places, Felix, your time starts now. I'm a city founded over 300 years before the birth of Christ. I'm named after my founder, whose body was brought to me. Felix.
Rome.
Is not the correct answer. PA, that means you have control of the game and time continues now. For entombment after he had died in Babylon. I was for many years a centre of learning. The novelist Lawrence Durrell. PA.
Alexandria.
Alexandria is the correct answer, sir. In the 3 zone. Very well done indeed. So, if you like, the first score is to Sweden. The subject is science. There's a clue for you watching at home on science, Felix.
I pass again.
You pass on science. All right, PA. You have control of the game. Your time starts now. I was born in Scotland in 1736. In 1757, I became mathematical instrument maker at Glasgow University. In 1764, I repaired an engine and as a result produced an improved design. Felix.
Stevenson.
Is not the correct answer. PA, you have control of the game and time continues now. As a result, produce an improved design which was later to make me world famous. PA.
What?
What is the correct answer? In the 3 zone. Takes you to 6. It means, Felix, again, you're playing catch-up. The subject, literature. The clue for you at home on the screen. Felix, play or pass?
I have to play.
You have to play now when you are so far behind because Per-Arne from Sweden has got up there to 6. On literature, Felix, your time starts now. I was born in 1266 in Florence. I entered the Florentine army as a youth and held several important positions in its government towards the end of the 13th century. It is for my writing that I am chiefly remembered. I had a considerable influence on a number of later poets, including Chaucer, Milton and Shelley. Although I saw her twice only in my life, my love, Felix.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Is not the correct answer. It means that PA, you have control of the game and time continues now. Although I saw her twice only in my life, my love for a beautiful girl provided much inspiration for my literary works. Her name was Beatrice Portinari, and I was going to go on to give you enough clues for you to know that it was Dante. Which means, Felix, you are playing catch-up. The subject is music. There's a clue for you watching at home. On the subject of music, will you play or pass, Felix?
I play.
You will play on music. Your time starts now. I was born in Hungary in 1811 and died in what is now West Germany in 1886. I began studying the piano when I was 5. Felix.
Liszt.
Liszt is the correct answer. Franz Liszt. Answered in the 4 zone. A very good and quick and correct answer, Felix. You're still playing catch-up, however. The subject is art. And on that subject, there's a clue for you watching at home. Will you play or pass, Felix? On art.
I pass.
He passes. He had to think about it. He passed when he was 4 to PA on 6. You need 9 to win. On art, your time starts now. I was born in 1577 and died in Antwerp in 1640. After a classical education, I studied painting. PA.
Rubens.
Rubens is the correct answer. In the 4 zone, which means that you're today's winner. Well done. He's delighted with himself.
Thank you.
And Felix is not only today's winner, he's through to the heat final later on in the week and gets this lovely memento, which is exclusive to winning contestants and going for gold. Felix, we're sorry to lose you, but of course we'll see you tomorrow. You played very, very well indeed. Yes, a warm round of applause for all of them. My goodness, it's a long time since I got such a bear hug. Anyway, well done to Per-Arne Hackinson from Sweden. He's today's winner. He's in the final later on this week. We'll see Felix and 5 other contestants tomorrow when I'll be inviting Europe to go for gold. Join us then. Well done.
If you touch the water, you won't turn into a gremlin, but you will be out of the running to become the one true Ninja Warrior. The new tournament continues at Mount Midoriyama tomorrow night from 10, here on Challenge.